welcome back to GPS Group. We're talking this week about what we talked about this last Sunday, in which if we want to seek to live out life God's way, one that He can support and get behind and bless, then we need to understand what it means to do that. Jesus made a very simple statement in one of the Beatitudes. In Matthew 5:9, He said, God blesses those who work for peace, for they will be called the children of God. Now that's huge. It's a huge text. It's a huge demand on the life of a Christian. Because here's what it doesn't say. It doesn't say, blessed are those who live in a quiet corner, like a hermit, under a rock, and can rest at ease and be at peace. What it actually says is those who work for peace. If you've been around the block more than once, you know that it is hard work to maintain peace, wherever. Wherever there are other people, peace is difficult. It can be from war-torn zones like the Middle East to your office place. Peace is difficult. It takes work, and it takes someone willing to work for it, to champion it. So what you're going to talk about tonight in your groups, what I really want you to dig into is, what does it look like for you to work for peace in your environments, in your context, in your spheres of influence? I've got a short Bible study that I would like to do with you if you want to do that as a group. So you can pause that now and we'll get back to it later, or we can dig straight into it. We're going to be in Colossians chapter 3, starting in verse 12. And what I believe is the prescription for being someone who can work for peace, who has the ability to be a champion of peace. So starting in Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. It says, since God chose you to be the holy people He loves, you must clothe yourselves with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. Above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds us together in perfect harmony, and let the peace that comes from Christ rule in your hearts. As members of one body, you're called to live in peace and always be thankful. Now, something we have to understand here is that is not instruction for everyone. That is instruction for the people who call themselves God's holy people. We are charged. We are demanded of that we will be peacemakers, that we will work for peace by choosing every single day to clothe ourselves. Tender-hearted mercy, compassion, love, forgiveness, all the things that breed harmony. I want you to go back through that text with your group. Read it, sit on it, meditate on it, whatever you want to do, but take the time. Which of the main words jump out to you? What stops you in your tracks? What's the one that really kind of picks at you that's difficult for you? Or is something that God's been talking to you recently about? What can you bring from God's way of doing life into your family, into your marriage, into that difficult relationship with that relative? Where is God calling you to work for peace so that you can be called one of His kids?